On my desktop.
We did it!
Oh, say,
We did it!
can you
Look at it.
see?
Did we? I can't.
I think
It has
we're
not
live,
started for me.
dude.
It's
It's
still waiting.
Oh, there we are.
We're live. We did it.
Yay!
And
We succeeded
now
in
I
something.
can see. Hey, it's the dog.
Yeah, see,
That's cool.
you guys can't see me,
All right,
but
awesome.
I can see you.
I'm watching
That's
the
a nice
stream.
dog.
You're watching the stream.
Right now.
I'm watching the stream. We're here. Welcome to the hashtag completely destroyed podcast. The episodes are out of order,
We're bloodied.
Yeah.
We're bruised. But we're here.
but we're here for you. My hair is so messy right now. My t-shirt is so wrinkled.
My hair is shorter.
Your hair is
Your
shorter.
haircut?
Shorter than when, though?
Since we did a podcast last, I guess.
But the
I think
podcasts are out of order.
That's a good point. So my hair's
Whoa.
gonna grow and then shrink back.
Or
You put on extensions.
for them, it'll be time travel. For them,
Yeah.
it will be time travel. Well, I'm
Yeah.
actually, for once, in a good mood doing this podcast.
yeah.
Great way to start a podcast.
Yeah, I'm not depressed and trying to kill myself right now.
For once, I am actually in a good mood starting this podcast because, you know, things are actually working right now. Things
Yeah,
are
more or
going
less.
smooth. It took me a few minutes to figure out the whole YouTube Go Live system, like scheduled podcast system, but it's working and we're here. And because of that, I'm in a pretty good mood. Also, other things involving a Nintendo Direct today have helped me be in a good mood. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, is that game news
That is game news. So,
or is it game booze?
oh, dude, I would be drinking so hard after that. Not because I'm sad, but because I'm celebrating.
Oh.
Steven,
I
how's
feel
your
like
day been?
see,
But it's
I-
pretty good.
I feel like this isn't really you being happy. You're just suppressing. You're like, oh, drink so heavy, not because I'm depressed.
Look, my webcam isn't freezing. You guys can hear me. It's going good for once.
Well, I mean, that's the ingredients to make me and Luke depressed, so.
Look, you know what? If my happiness, if the price of that is you being depressed, you know what? So be it. How's your day been, Steven?
My day's been pretty good. You know, just living the dream.
How about your week? What
Went
have
to
you
the
been up
gym,
to?
you know. Oh shoot, I forgot we have that segment on this podcast. I feel like I played something different. What did I play? I've been like out like all week, so what did I play? I feel like I played something different.
A mobile game.
Yeah, no,
You
I
played
don't
a
get
mobile
anything
game.
this week.
You played Angry Birds for the
I
first
didn't.
time.
I did not play Angry Birds.
Angry Birds.
I can confirm I did not play Angry Birds.
Anger Avians.
You know, you got to go watch Angry Birds 2 in theaters.
Yeah.
Supposedly, it's not the worst movie ever, and just subpar. So,
Cool.
on that note,
That's always good.
Steven, it sounds like you've had a fairly uninteresting week so far.
The AC on my car went out, and so now I've had the windows
Aw.
down, and like I'll put my arm out on my like car window, and now I have like two differently tanned arms.
No, dude, that's real. My left arm is so tan compared to
Yeah.
my right arm because literally driving to work, the sun is on my right arm. Driving back from work, the sun is on my not my right arm, my left arm. So I understand that.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean it
trying
does
to-
that for me because like I'm just out driving all day, like for
Yeah.
my job. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to see your tan arms on the stream. That I
it's
So-
kind of hard to. You can kinda
the
see it there.
lighting's probably not super
I'm
good.
t-
Yeah.
talking about for Jesse. I can see your arms because of. Well, anyway, it's
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry about it.
You can probably see like where the tan
a little-
starts and stops, like right there, kind of a thing. Right there.
Yeah, it's a little peek behind the curtain. I can't actually see Jesse.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
No, all right. So, Luke, what have you been up to?
I have been up to not a lot. I just sorted through laundry pretty much. I'm just because it's like we got fall coming up, so I'm just making sure I've got like I consolidated all my sweaters down to like one container basically, and so that's good. So I got rid of a lot of stuff there, and I'm still going through shirts. So yeah, just sorting through stuff, trying to figure out what to get rid of, what I'm selling, what's going to Goodwill, that kind of stuff. So
Well,
that's
good.
always nice.
That's
Yeah.
good.
because I like to buy new clothes, but then don't get rid of old clothes. So it's like, it's like if you're gonna bring something in, you got to get rid of something. Like it's probably a good philosophy in life, really, because then you'll run out of space, or you're a hoarder.
And we don't want to be that.
No, and I've continued playing Control, which I talked a lot about on our last podcast, but that exploded, so I don't think that podcast is ever coming out. But Control is.
Oh, we
really
gotta
cool.
listen to this again.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go on for.
You're gonna kill my mic again. I'm not gonna be able to stop you from talking about it because you can't hear me.
I was like, I went for 20-30 minutes, and I was like, man, Jesse hasn't told me to stop talking and move to the next segment, so I guess I'm doing okay.
He told you to stop 2 minutes.
No, he was like, no, because we're all legitimately interested in it. It's just it's a $60 game. So
yeah.
But anyway, that's still a cool game. I never know what I'm going to find when I go into a room, and it's fun.
Yeah.
I also finished Star versus the Forces of Evil finally. Me and Jesse already talked about that since it's a lot of spoiler talk. Yeah, I was really underwhelmed by the way they ended the show. So
I was underwhelmed by the final season, but I liked the last episode personally. I think the last episode was enough to satisfy me, whereas the whole fourth season was just so kind of dull. Yeah, it was pretty dull compared to everything. I wouldn't call the last episode dull, just rushed. No. Yes, it was rushed, but it was enough to basically give me enough satisfaction to end it. And Steven, whenever you watch that, you make your own opinion of it. You can weigh in on it, because I'd love to know what you think. All right. Let's see. What have I been up to? I've had an interesting week. Been playing a bunch of Guild Wars. Luke, you've been playing that with me. Maybe I have been playing that. Maybe we'll all stream some Guild Wars at some point. Just chill. Yeah. Oh, Guild Wars is great, man. I've been getting some pets. I've got a rabbit now. Yeah, such a great game. Mounts, I guess. Yeah, the bunny mount. Steven, you have the bunny mount, right? Pretty sure I remember you getting it. It's the one that jumps really high. Anyway, I've been playing some Guild Wars. I've been watching a ton of Frasier. Steven, I'm in season 4 now.
Yes.
I'm in season 4. I am watching the episode right now, and I haven't finished it yet. I got the last 5 minutes, and I had to leave work because I put it on at work. Yeah. Where Daphne, one of her old boyfriends, shows up trying to get back together with her, and then she pretends that Niles is her husband.
Oh,
and then they make up this whole story, and then Frasier comes in, and then they pretend Roz is Frasier's wife, Maris, and it just escalates from there, and
that show is so incredible. I don't even know how to describe the comedic style of that show. It's it's very witty, but it's also very cringy. Silly also. Yeah, it's very cringy, but it's so
my gosh,
it's such intelligent humor too.
The cringe level of that show kills me. I can't do it.
Oh, it's so good. I love the cringe of that. It's perfect. That's one of my favorite shows ever. It's so good.
Yeah, but So other than that, let's see. I feel like I had an interesting couple of experiences on the road home from work. Yeah, you were driving that homeless guy brought 3 other dudes. No, we're not talking about... Oh, thank goodness Podcast 2 isn't out. We made that whole situation way worse. No, we made sure everybody... Whatever. No, and our disclaimer's not out. Oh,
so when we say we hate homeless people, from here on in any future podcast, that means we actually love homeless people?
Oh, I thought you were going to say... Since we hate homeless people, that means just Jesse hates homeless people. And I'm super
that too. For Jesse, Jesse actually hates them. Jesse actually hates homeless people.
No.
Yeah. Why is that? We need to never bring up any.
Yes, Luke.
Let's talk trash about people with homes.
Yes, Luke. Let's never bring up homeless people again. Let's just leave them out of the conversation entirely and neglect them. Good thinking.
Jesse, you want to leave homeless people in the streets? What's wrong?
What's wrong with you, dude?
Wait, no, that's Luke. Why'd you turn it to me? I was agreeing.
I didn't say that.
So on my way home this week, I was not approached by anybody, But
he was who they were talking to, man. He didn't want to approach you. Okay, I'm done.
So I was not approached by anybody, but on the way home, I was going down the highway. You know those like scooters you see at Walmart?
Oh man, you told me about this.
So there was one of those like scooters you see in Walmart that they drive in. They've got a little basket in front of it. One of those types of things. Just going down the highway on like an overpass, going over the river, and I was just drove by it. This dude was literally just chilling in it, and like one arm forward basically, and the other one just sitting on the armrest. Just driving down the highway, the shoulder of the highway specifically. And
shoulder, okay.
Burst out laughing right there, driving past it, because I thought I was in disbelief. I was like, "Oh my goodness, that is! Oh my gosh, it was so funny." But today on the way home, it was a little. I saw a sight that was just a little strange to see. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not exactly a city person, but when I was like getting on the highway, like taking an off ramp. Or an on-ramp, I guess, from the city. Like, there were, like, 5 or 6 men in, like, full business suits, all carrying briefcases, just walking down the sidewalk together. And I thought,
nice.
I was like, this is a weird sight.
Were they holding hands?
They were not holding hands.
They're holding briefcases.
I think some of them also had some man bags, so...
Nice.
European messenger bags.
I think they were all bald as well. Like, literally all of them.
Okay, I'll give you that. Because I was, like, thinking 6 businessmen. That's literally the most mundane thing.
That's pretty normal for, like, Richmond. But, like, if they were, like, every one of them was bald,
oh, dude,
that's suspicious.
Yes, we live in Richmond, Texas. Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's, like, a ton of Richmonds around.
We're the first and the most populated, though. Don't you forget it.
What the heck?
Well, they're gonna have to sort through millions of people in Central
Virginia. No, I'm just like, I was just...
Hey, if they find us, good on them. I'm impressed,
I was literally just doing the bit of just like, yeah, there's so many Richmonds, they'll never know. And then you're just like giving them the statistics of which one we live near.
My zip code is...
My zip code is StevensHomeIsHere.com.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was my week. So, let's go ahead and... What?
Yeah.
All right.
So they were all hitmen, right? Like the Hitman series?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're going to conduct some business, if you know what I mean.
Oh, my. Wait a minute. Hold on. That implied something else. So, let's go ahead and move on. Yeah, other than
host topic?
Yeah. Other than that,
all right.
None of us have played or done that much this week. So, host topic. Luke, take us away.
Quick and breezy. All right, guys. So,
mac and cheesy.
Today's host topic. So, what I wanted to bring up was games that you guys would like to see redone, I guess is what... the terminology is weird because... Remade, I guess?
Yes.
So, what we're talking about is like Crash or Spyro style. Like they did the upcoming Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Link's Awakening is going through that.
Link's Awakening. That's a really good example, too, actually. Yeah. So, this is like the new trend. Because they used to do remasters, but remasters were like, it's the same thing in 4K.
Yeah.
And the textures might be a little bit better. It usually wasn't that big of a difference, depending on who was doing it. Usually, like, it was about 50-50. Like, it got really lazy after a while. But now people are doing this, and it's like a big improvement, I think, because, like, it takes some work. It's new assets, but the game should, in theory, play exactly the same.
Or better.
It's just kind of like, or better in some cases. You know, you can change a few things. Oh, another good example, Resi 2. So Resident Evil 2 did a complete overhaul to make it like a modern game, which is like incredible. So that, like, I mean, we could talk literally all day. So, like, we could do a part 2 on this if you guys think of some stuff. But I have, like, I think 3 games that came to mind. So unless I think of some more, did you guys want to go ahead, or should I start us off?
I'll go ahead and
throw your hat in the ring, my dude.
So for just pure remakes, basically ground up making a game in the exact same vein of a previous game, there's a few things that could immediately come to mind. Similar to how they are doing Link's Awakening, I would kind of like to see some quality remakes of, like, Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, because those games are great, but they have not aged super duper well.
Right, like Wind Waker, they didn't do a remake; they just did a remaster.
Yes.
And it still looked incredible,
Yeah,
even though it was just
the original
same
game still looks
Yeah.
incredible, but it's just
Yeah.
in modern resolution with nice,
Yeah,
really
exactly.
nice lighting. It's just the most beautiful thing ever. But imagine if like they actually remade something like Majora's Mask. That game has like some of the most atmospheric atmosphere of just really any game ever.
Get some ray tracing up in there and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
and here's the thing I like about a lot of these these remakes is they kind of capture what you remember rather than just making it like a higher definition. And that's the issue with a lot of like fan remakes. I don't know if you've ever like looked up like Ocarina of Time remakes. They all look the same and they all look terrible. That's because
it's just like a default kind of looking game made in like Unity or Unreal.
Yeah, where it's
and it
like
doesn't really even look that like
yeah, but they all have like good textures, good lighting, but it's all like in a more realism style rather
doesn't
than
have the feel.
Yeah, so if like they were to remake like Majora's Mask, I want them to up-res it, but keep like the cartooniness. Don't just try and make it like gritty, realistic.
Would you cell shade it or do anything fancy with it? Or
I would mildly cell shade it. I think Zelda games look best when they're mildly cell shaded.
Oh, so maybe a little bit more like a little bit like Breath of the Wild did, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
Breath of the Wild or Skyward Sword, but darker because Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time were darker games. So a cross between maybe Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess.
Okay, that could be cool. I could see that.
Steve, you can go ahead and go next.
Okay.
I think
honestly, I was thinking about that host topic earlier, and like one of the first things that came to my mind, I guess, because talking about Link's Awakening, was remaking some of the older Zelda games, like Ocarina of Time, would be like, I think the first one I would want redone. I played that one. That's probably the Zelda game I've played the most. I never beat it, but because I only played that when I was like littler, and when you're little, you don't know how to beat games. So, but yeah, that would be one I would love to see remade, especially and Majora's Mask too, or maybe some like a couple older ones as well, like. Zelda 2 would be kind of cool.
I knew you were going to say Zelda 2.
I'm just kind of curious to see what that would look like.
Me too.
But, yeah, what would you think it would look like a Zelda 2?
Jesse?
I think
you're the expert.
I think that they would basically kind of
2.5D it.
Yeah, they would 2.5D it. Definitely, they would. For the top-down sections, they would probably increase the scale of it without making the game longer. Like basically make the overworld pop more and be more interesting, and they would most definitely fix a lot of the issues with it. Because that's the thing about when you're remaking rather than remastering is you can go in and fix all those terrible issues.
Yeah, you can. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So other games?
Oh, no,
go ahead.
Let Luke go. We'll cycle through us all.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So first off, well, let's start with this one because I think this is the most no-brainer. Like, I think this is probably going to happen if Sony hits the trend on it, like, soon. Jak and Daxter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's just. I think that one's just a gimme. That's like that would look amazing because like I don't think the first game hasn't really aged bad. Really, I mean it's like it's a little pointier. Like older games are going to be a little bit jaggedier and stuff, but and they did do a remaster, but like from the ground up, like redo it, give everything like. The PS5 launch title, like give Daxter like realistic fur and crap, like whatever they want to do with it, like, but like just that from the ground up, and that would be one of those ones where it's like art style you wouldn't or gameplay even I don't think you'd mess with too much, but it would definitely be one of those things where it's like this is how I remember the game looking when I played it as a kid, rather than what it actually looks like, But yeah, that's like I think that's one's kind of an obvious one. But yeah, I think the gameplay it's just pretty tight. I wouldn't really change too much. It'd be cool because like if you were gonna like reboot it, I always thought Naughty Dog would kind of like maybe do a little bit more of a Uncharted take on it. But I think if you just do a remake of it, like just keep that gameplay the same and keep keep the art kind of looking similar, but like give it that. Just that coat of paint that it needs, Yeah, everybody would be all over that, I think. Just do the trilogy of it that way.
yeah. And along that line, I think at some point we could probably see some like Ratchet and Clank or Sly Cooper like
Yeah,
remakes at some point as
those
well.
are two that I thought about too. Yeah, those were, those ones I played some Ratchet and Clank, and then Sly Cooper I haven't played at all.
Yeah,
So.
I mean the recent Ratchet and Clank game, like the PS4 one that came out, that was sort of like a tie-in for the movie. That was basically like a remake, but it's not technically a remake, but it's sort of like a retread.
Yeah, yeah, which is weird too. It's actually kind of funny because like I know for the design on Ratchet, I didn't even think about this when I saw like the Ratchet and Clank movie, but they actually redesigned Ratchet quite a bit. Like he's very cute and cuddly, whereas like OG, like the original games, he looked a little bit more like edgy, I guess. I mean, that was what was cool then. But he had a little more edge to him. There was something a little bit different. I didn't even really think about it till like had it pointed out. So I'd probably want to, if they did do a remake of those, I'd want them to tread probably more towards how the original looked a little bit. Yeah, those would be good to do. But I feel like they had 50 games. I don't know how many games they had.
Yeah. So let's see what else.
Les Stevens got one.
Yeah, I have a few. So some of the games I wouldn't mind seeing remade have already been remade. I just need to get around to actually playing them. Like, wasn't Metroid 2? Wasn't that remade?
It was
recently. Yeah, I still need to play that.
Wait, what? They did it from the ground up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look that up.
I mean,
right
it was
now.
definitely from the ground up because Metroid 2 was a pixel art game, and then the new one's like 3D.
And the second
That's
one
really
is
rad.
that was already remade that I need to play. I kind of wanted them to remake it again or just fix it. I believe this was a remake. They remade the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but
not what I expected to hear.
It kind of like the remake. Kind of like the original game is incredible. It's like so fun. One of my favorite games to play as a kid. But the remake, they kind of combined that and like some of the later ones, and it was like not very well done. It was like really buggy, and it was just done really poor. But yeah, I would love to see maybe them just fix that. And some other ones that I think would be really cool to remake is the first two Star Fox games, especially the second one. I think would be neat.
That'd be cool.
Because with the second one, I'm sure John could help me out with this more if you were here. But yeah, the second one they did was super ambitious, and they did so much like other different stuff for it. And I think that would be really cool to see like them like try to do that again and just like make that like more playable for like Star Fox 2.
Yeah, Star Fox 2. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely, I would agree with Star Fox.
Even Star Fox 64 would be cool.
Star Fox.
Did they?
Zero.
Yeah, that's
Star
true.
Fox
I guess they did.
Zero was basically Star Fox 64
that's true.
with just wacky controls.
Yeah, hopefully they don't try to do that if they ever decide to remake either of the first two. But knowing whoever they put in charge of making those, they might do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been really displeased with how they've handled that series as a whole. But
yeah, I mean, I think most people
are.
What
it is.
You know what? In the vein of games that like people all they really want is a remaster of the original, throwing my hat in the ring, Diablo 2, a remake of that would be
pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I would love it. Which I mean, Blizzard, they're doing Warcraft 3, so I mean they have the.
Are they remaking Warcraft 3?
Yes,
yeah, they're doing Warcraft 3.
Awesome.
They're doing
like full 3D.
Like,
it's really
full
weird
3D
looking.
everything. Well, the third one was full 3D, I guess, but like they're doing a complete remake of the original third game, which is weird. They're not doing 1 and 2. They just skipped right to 3. But
that's because I think the third one is the one people actually cared about.
Yeah,
it's the one. It's the only one I hear about anyway.
Yeah, it's the most recent one too, and by recent I mean that was 2003 when that came out. So yeah, instead of making a Warcraft 4, which I think people probably would rather have, but like with World of Warcraft, like I don't know, probably not going to get that, at least not soon. But in that vein, Diablo 2 I think would be really cool, as long as they kind of like do an updated version of the original art style instead of trying to make it look like Diablo 3. Because Diablo 3
2 had such a classic look to it. Like
it
was like kind of retro, vintage looking, but it still looked good and like great.
Yeah, it was like very grounded looking, I guess.
Yeah, it had kind of like a gravelly, dirty look to it, but it still looked good. I kind of hope if they did that, they would still keep that.
Yeah, because like Diablo 3 kind of had a little bit more of like they wanted to make it a little bit more. I think their other games.
It was very clean and polished looking.
Yeah, it just doesn't look
comparison to two.
quite right. But
Yeah.
if you did a second one and like did the second one justice and did it like really really well,
Yeah.
I think that would be incredible. And that's one where you could add, you probably could rock the boat a little bit, add like some extra items and weird stuff to it. Maybe even take some elements people liked from Diablo 3 and put it in, but
Yeah.
I don't know. For the most part, probably wouldn't want to touch it too much gameplay wise.
Yeah, it was such a great game back then.
Yeah.
So I don't think they really need to change like, a lot.
Yeah, I love Diablo 2 so
gameplay-wise.
much.
Yeah.
It's probably like still one of my favorite ARPGs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Noah in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Bringing out the facts here. For Star Fox 2, they took many of the ideas and implemented them into other games. Yeah, that's definitely true. But it's still not Star Fox 2 though. So
Yeah.
it's like Star Fox 2 had all sorts of combinations, and if they remade that and polished a lot of stuff out, it could be a very interesting experience. Like, and we're talking like full remake, nice graphics, actual nice graphics, because that was one of the big things about Star Fox Zero that I didn't like, is I didn't think the graphics were actually that good. And I'm pretty sure everybody agrees that the graphics were not very good. For
it kind of looked like a Wii game.
It looked like a Wii game.
But
speaking of ARPGs, I'd love some like at least if not a remake, at least a remaster of the original 2 Dungeon Siege games.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that. What is that company doing now? Are they?
Oh, that company!
Or?
I'm pretty sure that company's dead.
Really? Wasn't there like a important guy in the gaming world who headed up that company? Who am I thinking of?
Chris Taylor.
Yeah. What did he do?
He doesn't really do much anymore.
He's just retired.
Yeah, he's pretty much just out.
Huh.
At least last I checked, he doesn't do that.
Gas-powered games.
Yeah. Oh man, those games are great. Man, I'd love a remaster or a remake of those games, but that's very unlikely to happen. At least a remake is probably never going to happen. A remaster, I could kind of see. But
Dungeon Siege was a little more niche, I think.
A little bit more.
Right.
A little bit more.
I think I tried it with you guys. I never got super far in it because, like, it's just not the same for me. Because, like, I love ARPGs is my, like, thing, and I've tried a bunch of different ones, and, like, I didn't know, Dungeon Siege didn't grab me at first.
The thing
Dungeon Siege is kind of like, as far as like those Diablo-like games go, Dungeon Siege is like the least like that in those series, because in those like that vein of games, because most Diablo clones are like very close to Diablo, but Dungeon Siege is probably the most different one that I've played.
Yeah, and the reason I really like that one over like something like Diablo is I find that the level variety is just so vast and diverse, because it's like, at least in the Diablo games that I've played, you basically like, you get quests, you go out to the overworld, and you go in dungeon that's like kind of randomly generated. But that's like,
you played through all Diablo 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was the first problem, probably. I mean, it's a much better game than at launch, but like Diablo 2 had like ridiculous levels, right? Like, it was actually
no. Let me
kind of insane.
Basically, but it was not just level variety, but it's like this completely seamless world of Dungeon Siege that I like so much.
Right.
Basically, there are no loading screens that I can remember. Because literally you start from the beginning and everything just moves into the next area seamlessly. There is no transitions or anything. You open a door, you go into the building, the roof fades out so you can see. You go into a cave, the camera moves into it with you. And it's just, the entire adventure is just one gigantic, long streak of levels, and they all mesh and blend together. Super cool. So you basically sort of really feel like you're traversing a gigantic land. There was, in the first Dungeon Siege, there was a level where you went up an entire mountain, and then you descended the entire mountain, and you wound up in a completely different area. So it just... I really, really liked that part, and from what I've seen and played of the Diablo games, you don't quite get that sense of traversal.
I might agree with you on that, because like in Diablo 2, like the how do you describe it? The levels are like really cool, but they're kind of almost designed so that you can move really fast through them.
Mm-hmm.
And
in Diablo 2,
yeah, it's because it's almost like not grid based, but a little more structured. Whereas in the Dungeon Siege
area, I think like the desert, you feel like is ridiculous, like the scope of it. And
Yeah.
I think there was like the last level is designed more that way,
Well-
where it's kind of like I think when you're in hell or whatever, or like whatever that. I've gotten that far like maybe once as a kid.
But
and
you
then,
said
like,
something about a desert,
basically.
and that only just reminds me of the desert in Dungeon Siege 1, which is almost endless, yet there's actually 2 pyramids if you basically walk for like 15, 20 minutes that you can find, and they have very special secret things in them.
Yes, but you don't have Matt Ullman's soundtrack playing over the top of it.
No, you have Jeremy
only
Soul's soundtrack playing.
It is Jeremy Soul's really good. You can't like for me, you can't beat like his soundtrack though for Diablo. Best soundtrack too, I think, for a video game. Well, one of. It's just I don't know. It's just like you really if you really think about it, it's one of those things where it's like why would this ever work in this game? But it works so well and just has this sense of dread in it. But yeah, I don't know. That's one that would be kind of interesting to see as long as they don't mess it up. And I think even a full 3D remake of it could probably get screwed up too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have any? I was gonna throw one weird one in. Did you guys have anything else?
Go for it.
Right before you do, I'm going to respond to Noah once more about Star Fox graphics. If you guys read that, he says, personally, I think Star Fox shouldn't worry too much about the graphics and instead focus on more enemies, more difficulty, and more arcade.
We're talking
style.
about okay.
I'm in the chat. I'm looking at Noah's comment in the chat. He said
No, we're talking specifically about remaking games that exist.
Yeah,
so like that doesn't really.
But
I mean, I
am-
agree with them.
I am still going to respond to his comment regardless.
Right.
That I agree to an extent, but the thing is, if your graphics are too rough, and I'm not even talking about too simple, but too rough, too just there's like sort of this mid ground of simplicity and complexity, where if you put it too like in a certain place in the middle, it can be really rough and distracting. And we don't want your graphics to be that, and that was the issue with Star Fox Zero, is the graphics were rough. They were distracting because there was almost too much going on without enough what's a good word? Not simplicity, but like clarity. Smoothness.
Well, I think that was the thing. Like looking at this new Pokemon, which we'll probably get into later. How like some of it just looks low res, and it just kind of hurts the visual, whatever of the game, you know. Yeah. Anyway,
with a remake, you can still you can also focus on enemies, more difficulty, and that arcade style stuff.
True.
Like
so you can add that stuff into a remake without changing like the core of the game. I think.
Yeah, and like you look at the Crash remakes or the Spyro remakes, and their graphics are so clear and crisp. They're not overcomplicated, and they're not like super high def, but they're also not overly simple. They're just right for what they need to be.
Oh yeah. I think Crash Team Racing, rest in peace after all the freaking microtransactions they threw in there after the game had released and gotten good reviews. But for what it is, a graphical remake, it was much more impressive in my opinion than Crash, just the Crash games they did, because those ones looked, a little weird. There's something a little bit off about them, but they still look good.
They kind of look like that indie remake.
The indie remakes, yeah, it did look like that. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what it looked like. CTR did not. It looked AAA, just recreation, lots of detail, fantastic. The redesign on everything. I really need to go back and just set it to easy so I can beat that game. I don't know how I beat it as a kid.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So what was your next one? You said you had one more.
Okay. I have a weird one. So, I don't know if there's any nostalgia for this game, and I haven't even played this game, but what if you did the old Rayman games in the style of the new ones?
Now, are we talking about the 3D one or like the side scroller?
The side scroller. So, I don't know how many Rayman games there were, but I was like curious one time, because I played what was the remake or the reboot or whatever it is, because they had Rayman Legends
and Rayman Origins.
Origins was the first one, so that one I played a lot of, and Legends but I haven't played yet.
The new one had like a bunch of levels from the old ones. Don't quote me on
that. Does it?
I thought I remember hearing that
the design it might. Well, Legends might. I don't think the first one did. Now, that being said, when I looked back at old gameplay for Rayman, whatever Rayman, the first game, I guess, that one, you can definitely see the design elements that they redid in this new one. So, that game came out 2008 or something. So like I'd probably do newer ones for like a newer game, but like keep the same kind of identity and style.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you almost could if you had done one just on an asset flip, because it's like, you know, the enemies are like obviously supposed to be the ones from the old one. The levels are designed in a way that looks very much like the old one, but with the newer art style that they did. But yeah, it was really cool because they just went all in and like did this like, because like I think at the time like 2D platformers were trying to come back in, but they were all 2.5D, right? So it was all CG characters and CG, and it's like you have the advantage of like being able to do an incredible art style. Like Cuphead took advantage of that, for example. Like you could do something that looks like 2D animated, something that's like a cartoon. You could do whatever you want with it, and you're not restricted to a 3D space, which is weird to say restricted, but like, you know, Rayman, they went ahead and did like this weird layered, like painting looking thing. Like it's really crazy, but I really liked like those games.
Yeah.
You know, when they came out, or at least the first one. I guess that's the one I played, and I haven't picked Legends up. I haven't played Legends yet. But yeah, I just thought that'd be kind of one where they have this like cool art style for it if you redid something old with that newer art style. You know?
Yeah, no, that could be great, and I think people would probably actually quite like that because it was like it would improve the gameplay while still having that like.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel.
Yeah, because like it would be cool because like I don't know if a lot of people played Rayman originally or how much nostalgia there is for it, but for those people that do have that nostalgia, they'd be like, oh, cool, they made it look like the new ones, which people liked. And then the people who played those ones would be like, hey, that's really good. I don't know how Legends sold, so maybe that's part of why we haven't seen anymore. But yeah, I mean, they hit a Venn diagram of like 2D platformers kind of were making a little bit of a comeback when that came out, and then that hasn't been a thing, I think.
Yeah.
3D platformers, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be a thing.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of coming back a little bit just because of the remakes. Yeah. But I will say I got one more that just came to me that I'd actually really like to see this. And I feel like it's kind of unlikely due to the situation, and if it did happen, it probably wouldn't be done very well, again, due to the circumstances. But I would really like to see some true remakes of the first 3 Castlevania games.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like just full-on, like, recreations, remakes of those. They could be too.
Whoa!
They're just gonna be slot machines, dude.
Well, that's true.
We're gonna have the first 3 Castlevanias as slot machines.
Jesse, I have a pitch for you.
Yeah.
Do it in the arts, because it's a 2D game. Like I said, do it in the art style of the anime.
Yes.
That they made.
Yes, and you could because the anime is based on Castlevania 3. When you get to that one, you're just playing as the same character models, and when they have the dialogue, just make them voiced by the guys from the anime. Not that you can afford that, but you know.
Well, get some impersonators.
Yeah, but oh man, that would be so cool. Think about that, because like no,
that'd be awesome.
Have you seen like on the anime, on like the Netflix like thumbnail? Let me see if I can pull this up. They have like this really neat like piece of art that looks like it should be like a part of the game. Where is this? It's like so cool. This might be it. It literally just looks like it's pixel art from the game. Is that it? No, that's not it. I'm upset. Yeah, well,
that's all right.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely love to see, here it is. I found it. I'm just going to put this right over your face, Luke, if you don't mind.
Dang. All right, I see how it is.
But, so right there.
I'll look at the streams.
Yeah, but, yeah, no, that's a really, really neat looking one. Do it in that art style. Literally just remake the first 3 Castlevania games in that art style. Can you not see it? Hold on.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could do it like that, like pixel art like that.
Yeah. Nah, that'd be...
Sure.
That'd be awesome. I'd be so chill with that.
Either way, it would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I said, we could go all day. So, Steven, we'll kick it off to you.
All right. Well, for more remakes?
Yeah, if you have any more, just throw it in.
That was my last one.
I didn't, but I found what Chris Taylor's up to.
What is he up to?
Well, first of all, he's jacked. Like, what in the world? He's like really
What?
buff. But apparently, he's working on like this online like browser game called Intergalactic Space Empire. And he's just doing it solo, like just him, and that's like this year too.
What is it? Game design? I should put in
Intergalactic Space Empire.
Chris Taylor. Yeah, because I got a baseball player.
But it's some kind of like real-time strategy game.
He loves his RTS.
He does, but look at
Yeah.
that photo.
It's like a web game, like that could be played on any modern web.
Huh.
Dude, whoa! Is it actually him?
He's ripped. Like, look at that.
You guys, show me the picture.
I'll put a photo in our.
Maybe you got the baseball player instead of him.
That's
And this is like from.
Jeez!
Oh wow! Holy crap!
Oh my!
It says
goodness.
Chris Taylor speaks at like this gaming conference or whatever.
Okay, was that?
What did he look like when he like? I guess he's been exercising and rather than making
Jeez.
games. Right?
Look at
Yeah,
that.
like I look
Like, that's
what he
him,
looked
right?
like
It's enormous.
Yeah.
I mean, his face doesn't look anything like it. Like
I think he grew a beard.
Yeah, he had a beard. Like I don't think he has a beard in his other pictures. It's hard to say. Yeah. Speaking of RTSs, I didn't pick any out, but RTS remake would be really cool too.
Total Annihilation would be pretty cool.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
oh yeah. No, that'd be amazing. Who owns like Total Annihilation now?
Oh shoot, I don't know. That's got to be like
Whoever didn't the people who did Supreme Commander wasn't that?
Yeah, that was Chris Taylor
That
too,
was
right?
Gas Power Games, and no, they did not actually own that. Cave Dog owned it, and I don't know what happened to Cave Dog. Because basically, like, the reason Supreme Commander was made is because Chris Taylor didn't have the license for Total Annihilation. Even though he basically made that.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he basically made that game, but, he
Okay,
didn't...
I googled who owns Total Annihilation. It's Cave Dog Entertainment.
Are they still around?
I think the publisher is GT Interactive,
GTA.
That's what I was
which
confused
is
because I was like,
Atari.
Oh,
So it's Atari.
interesting.
yeah. Cause, hold on.
Wasn't Atari going to make, like, a new console or something?
Oh yeah.
Whatever happened,
What happened to that?
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
Forgot about that.
In 2013, Wargaming bought the Total Annihilation franchise from Atari. Bankruptcy proceedings.
Oh,
Who's
Wargaming. That's the people.
Oh, they're the
behind-
World of Tanks
Yeah, World
people.
of Tanks, World of Ships, World of.
Huh?
Oh, weird. Did they do anything with it?
No.
No.
Huh.
And they just got World of
They're
Tanks
just
going.
sitting on it.
Well, there you
Probably
go.
do something with it eventually.
Oh, there
They also
you
have
go.
Master of Orion.
Really? That they did
Yeah.
do something with. I'm pretty sure. Or at least somebody did because there was a new Masters of Orion like a number of years back.
Yeah, 2016. That's what it says right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
A reimagining.
Yeah, it had like a big voice cast, from what I'm aware.
Yeah, I
Like,
think I remember that.
Like, it had
vaguely.
like Michael Dorn, John Delancey.
Really?
Yeah, it had a big voice cast. I don't think it was supposed to be that great, but I think it wasn't that bad either. I think it was just kind of like slightly above average.
I'll have to keep up
All
with that.
right,
See if anything
dudes.
cool comes from that.
Yeah, well, that was a good segment.
Yeah.
There
We
you
did
go.
it. Man, this has been a great podcast so far. I'm
Yeah.
having a good time. It's only 11:04. I'm going to still have some time to play Banjo-Kazooie on the way out. But before I can get to that, Steven, your dog of the day.
Okay, my dog of the week / day. Why is it food of the week and then I have a dog of the day? Like, don't
This is
understand.
hashtag idiots, not hashtag smart people.
This is not this is
That's
not
true.
hashtag we try and do stuff. You know?
all right, so my dog of the week is named Puddin. And this is her Instagram. I assume it's her. Yeah, it's a her. This is her Instagram description. Just a spunky girl who lost her eyes when she was a month old.
Wait a
Enjoying
minute, hold
every
on. I
moment of
just
this crazy
noticed
life.
the eyes.
Future therapy dog. Yeah, she doesn't have any eyes.
Oh. I mean, she looks happy, though.
She also has merch and fan art.
Interesting. I went ahead and, cropped the picture so now people can see the full thing. Has Luke frozen for
That's
you? Steven?
Yeah, he's frozen. Oh no, he's back.
Is he?
He's frozen in our Discord.
Well, he's
call.
frozen for
Yeah.
me completely.
Oh yeah, he is. Look at that.
Yeah. We lost Luke. Man, this podcast was going so good, and then once the dog with no eyes showed up, he closed his eyes and left. Oh, Luke, where are you? Well, let's keep going.
Yeah, we got to keep going. Here,
Let's
I'll put some pictures
going.
in.
I'm just gonna cover Luke with the dog. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, here we go. Beautiful. I'm sorry, Luke, but you were so young. So, Steven, that's your dog of the day.
That's my dog of the day/week.
That's
This
a good
is
dog.
Puddin'.
What
She
you said
has
the name
no
of the dog
eyes.
was?
Puddin'.
Puddin'?
Yep.
Can I add some text to this thing? That'd be nice. I don't think I can. Wait, I can add some text. Ooh, let's go. Let's add some text. Use Google Font. Oh my goodness. No! Steven, I just see a part of your room. Alright, I can fix this.
You what part of my room?
I'm just seeing the corner of your room now. Look at that. No, I can fix this, Steven. I can fix this. There we go.
Whoa! It's just on the curtain. I'm watching the street or like the.
Yeah,
YouTube
I
stream
zoomed
right now.
like way into your head for a moment there. All right, that'll do. I fixed it. This is going great so far. You know what? Maybe I should just move myself up next to you, and we could just be at the top of the podcast.
I like how we were just talking. Oh, that's way too close on me, dude. I don't like that.
No, I zoomed it back. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see.
Yeah, we were just talking about how this was going so well.
You're
Here, I need this.
really orange right now. Like, wow.
What in the world?
Oh my goodness.
Why am I
you're
orange?
So...
Oh, we need to invite Luke back to the call.
Do we actually though? Can you do
No.
that for me?
I don't know how to do that.
There should be like a little.
Add friends to DM. Is that what it needs to do?
Do that. It's probably gonna
All right.
really screw everything up again.
Why is it? Am I not friends with Luke? I think I'm not friends with
Are
Luke.
you serious?
Oh, he said, "Oops, never mind."
Wait, what?
He said, "Oops, never mind." So I'm wondering if he can just get back in.
I don't know. Let's just continue with the podcast until
All right.
he figures out. Keep me posted in case he messages.
I'm just gonna say, let us know what you need us to do, if anything.
Alrighty. Well, that is a great dog of the day.
Yes.
Thank you for providing us that dog of the day.
You're welcome.
Steven,
I tried.
what is your food of the week?
Granola. No. What's my food of the week? Let's see what I have around here.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be anything you have around you. It could be like literally just like a meal at a fast food restaurant.
Oh, I had something interesting this past week. What did I eat? I ate something interesting this past week. I don't remember what it was though. Shoot, what did I'm trying to remember like what I did this week. Where did I
Get the okay.
Okay. All right. So these are Paqui fiery chili lemon chips.
Limon.
Limon. Actually, that would be French. These are probably like Spanish or something. But these are potato chips. Actually, I guess tortilla chips. Here, there we go. So you can see that texture, that beautiful texture.
Are you doing some report of the week here?
Oh yeah, look at that
Is
texture.
it going to be going in?
These are like a month old, so no.
Oh God! Why is that your food of the week then?
I don't know. I was gonna throw it away earlier today. But they were pretty good when they were fresh.
Alright.
I got these at Sheets for like under $2, I think. They are certified gluten-free, non-GMO, verified, no artificial ingredients.
Ooh.
But they're pretty good. They were pretty spicy, but they had that lemon zest.
Limon zest.
Is this lemon or lime? Lime. It's lime. They had the lime zest.
There's the lime
But these are very good. But they kind of had a weird, they had a weird aftertaste. I don't know. But they were good. I'm going to have to get them again sometime.
It's kind of like the chips at Chipotle you get where they've got that sort of
Yeah.
lime flavor. I really
That's
like
exactly
them,
what those
actually.
have.
Oh!
He's back!
Hey,
He broke my
what's
overlay
going on?
again! He broke my overlay again! Okay, so first I need to move the dog out of the way. We're going to just put the dog back down there. No, the dog's just going back down there. And we're going to go ahead and...
That was fun.
You two are really small right now. There we go. Fixed it. We are good. Man, honestly, besides Luke just dying randomly, this is still going really smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw something like some chips.
Yeah,
Saw
that was
some
my
chips.
food of the week.
I
Is,
saw
It was a good food of the week.
Yes,
And
fiery
the
chili
dog-
lime on chips.
no eye dog.
Mm,
I
yep.
I don't know. I don't know if I can get over the eyeless dog.
I think he's cute. She's cute, sorry.
I actually I flipped out. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then my internet went out like right then. So I don't know if you guys got any of that.
No, you closed your eyes right after Steven said it was an eyeless dog, and then you froze.
Oh no! I was making. I didn't mean to make fun of the dog's disability. That's not what was
Luke,
going on.
you
All right, we
insensitive
covered
person.
homeless people, disabled dogs. What demographic?
All right, let's see. We have. I'm not gonna do that.
Violate the community guidelines.
Alrighty, so we are coming up on an hour here. So I say let's end before the hour and go to our next segment. We did Dog of the Day. We did Food of the Week.
SCP.
SCP.
Okay, guys. Let me find a random SCP.
No.
Find one.
First one to find something interesting wins.
Okay.
Is there a random button on SCP?
I don't know. I just typed in a random number. What the heck is this? Okay, I found something interesting. SCP-1414. It seems to be some sort of... I'm going to go ahead and put the image up.
I can't believe we're actually doing this. All right.
I'm going to put the image up in front of Luke here.
Put it in front of the dog. Well, the dog's already in SCP.
I can't put it in front of the dog. The dog's an image on the overlay. All right, so 1414. 1414 is a something brand radio with a cassette deck and a CD player made out of standard materials. It apparently responds to language.
Cool. So if you cuss at it, does it like...
No, hold on. So if the power supply is interrupted and then powered back on, the first human to speak a command becomes an SCP. Becomes the owner of this SCP. SCP will change stations, increase or decrease its volume upon a command from SCP-1414-1, which is the owner that becomes an SCP after. Alright. That's interesting. So any broadcast signal described by the owner can be picked up by this SCP. So anything described by it. That's really interesting. So you can literally just be like, I want to listen to Billy D. Mays do a commercial to me right now. It can probably pick that up, even though he's no longer with us.
Ghost radio.
I know. If SCP's volume is set higher than 6, either by physically controlling it or being commanded, the owner will gradually become deaf to any sound except the radio.
Could you just ask the radio to, like, tell you what was happening around you if that happened?
Probably.
So you can just know.
Just carry it around with you the whole time.
Sorry, turned it too high. I can't hear anymore.
All right, this is kind of this fourth and last anomaly is kind of dumb but really funny. The fourth anomaly is that the SCP, the radio, is capable of unplugging itself from any electrical socket and will do so with as much as 5 Gs of force.
Whoa!
Just right out of the wall. It will do this whenever continuous operation raises its internal temperature to 35 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot, I think. Or not like hot, but it's warm. And it will resist being plugged back in until it is cooled down. In accordance with standard safety guidelines for electrical appliances.
Wow.
So it just unplugs itself when it overheats. That's kind of amazing.
It's a good feature.
That is a good feature.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
Safety first.
That is an amazing SCP. Alright.
That was really good.
That was great.
I think the only thing that would make it better is just a little bit of Jonathan's enthusiasm.
I'm sorry, I wasn't enthusiastic enough for you. I see how it is. I see
Look,
how it is.
you can't be Jonathan. That's all.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
pretty difficult.
I'm gonna
so.
now. I'm gonna go ahead and do my new segment, which will take about 2 seconds, and scroll down my subscriptions list and do Jesse's Creator of the Week. All right.
Oh yeah, we haven't done this for a little bit.
We haven't done it at all. I am just gonna, I'm scrolling. I'm gonna randomly land on one.
Didn't we do Creator of the Week first week or second week?
No,
I don't think we've ever done it.
We never did.
I landed on the Dunk Tank by Donkey. Video Game Donkey does a podcast called The Dunk Tank. It's way better than our podcast.
People are just gonna go watch his podcast and not ours. Thanks, dude.
Look, it's worth it.
Look, you gotta help out smaller creators, dude.
Look,
you're right.
If it encourages him to make more podcasts, then so be it. Because he hasn't made one in a while, and I want to listen to a new one. That's my Creator of the Week. Go listen to The Dunk Tank. And with that, we're gonna go into my favorite section of this podcast, the wrap up. So, gaming news. Nintendo Direct! Nintendo Direct!
Dude, we did a video. We did a live reaction with Tall Guy Do. I think that's how his branding is, right? On everything?
Yeah, Josh.
He's got it across the board. Yeah, Josh, our friend Josh, he's got a Twitch.
He lives at 405. I don't know where he lives, to be honest.
He lives in Richmond, Texas.
He lives in Richmond, England. And
Richmond, England.
Yeah, watch that video. But
yeah,
news, also go subscribe to him. But news, Nintendo Direct. Oh my goodness, so much awesome stuff in there. We should probably do our own entire podcast based on everything that was in there. But we had Smash announcements. We had Nintendo announcements. We had video game hype.
Fire Emblem DDR!
Fire Emblem DDR! Fire Emblem's in a modern era now. I don't know, but it looks like complete garbage.
I hated that so much.
What has Fire Emblem become?
Fire Emblem Sacred Stones is like one of my favorite games of all time, and that just brought a tear to my eye. Or brought many tears to my eyes.
That was more like Fire Emblem Kidney Stones.
Seriously, I would rather pass a kidney stone than play that game.
I'm sorry, that was depressing to watch that thing.
I was like not sure what was happening because it was like, oh, Fire Emblem. I mean, it was weeby, but you know,
Fire Emblem has like up until like the past like number of years, Fire Emblem was not like as weeby as it has been recently.
Yeah,
like
it's
we
just started.
They were walking around like Tokyo, and then there was like Hatsune Miku, but it was like a Fire Emblem character. It was so I was
Middle
like,
Ages,
not sure what was
fantasy, magic, swords, spears.
Dragons!
Fire Emblem, dragons!
Dude, wait. So that Post Malone's new music video is more fantasy than Fire Emblem.
Post Malone's new music video is closer to Fire Emblem than what we saw today. And that is the simple truth of it all. But
all I can say is congratulations.
Exactly.
He worked so hard he forgot how to vacation.
So, but
what was I interested in? The mech game? Because I'm not a Nintendo.
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. Can that game just come out already? I'm not saying it looks bad.
No, it's there for the pee breaks.
It's literally
Gamers got
there for Luke to get excited.
It's been in every Nintendo Direct for like the last 3 years, and nobody cares about it.
Is there a release date for it? What was it called?
I care about it because I don't remember the game existing.
You don't even know the name of the game.
I don't, but there's
What's the name of the game? What was it called?
Yeah, it might have been
Damon X Machina.
Yeah, I think that was.
It will be released on September 13th, so you don't have to wait much longer. That should be the last one.
Awesome.
I'm so sad. I'm so depressed.
Gets delayed.
I hate that game. What was the name of that game? What did you say? I wasn't listening.
Damon X Machina.
Oh my god, I'm so I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It looks fine, but I'm so sick of seeing it every single Nintendo Direct. It takes up like a full 2 minutes, and they show pretty much the exact same thing every time. And
everything they show looks cool as heck because it's mechs skating around.
I mean, I'll say like the graphics of it on this particular round looked a little bit better than they did before. They have been improving the visuals, at least I think. But I'm so sick of seeing it. Animal Crossing looks amazing.
Yes, I'm not like I've never played an Animal Crossing game except like briefly for like 5 minutes, but like it looks so cool and I cannot wait for it.
Dude, there's also local co-op like on the same screen. It's gonna be a magical experience that everyone's gonna love.
I'm gonna buy that like the minute it comes out. It looks so cool.
Zelda, what?
Can you poop in Animal Crossing?
Zelda Link's Awakening looks amazing.
No, but you can poop while playing Animal Crossing.
Oh,
Because it's on the Switch, and if you buy the Switch Mini, it's even easier.
I love it. I wish like Sakurai.
Pooping is even easier now. Yes.
Yeah, Nintendo Direct. Now you can poop even easier while playing with our new Switch Mini. I don't know. Switch.
But Legend of Zelda looks amazing. Luigi's Mansion looks super clean.
Kirby is in Legend of Zelda now.
Kirby is in Legend of Zelda, and so are Goombas. Oh my goodness, that game looks like a beautiful time in Wonderland, and you are not going to see me for at least 10 hours the day it comes out.
He's going to play it while he's pooping.
I probably won't.
And peeing.
Come on, do it.
Will you pay me money?
It's getting...
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are we gonna film it? Like, I don't understand. Like, we don't want that.
Good.
Nobody wants that.
Good.
It's getting too late. We need to wrap it up. We're getting.
Oh, I know. I know. Stop making poop jokes so I can continue the news section.
You started it.
I'm finishing it. I can't finish it apparently.
Jesse, poop out the rest of the news for tonight. All right.
Thank you.
Anyway, Nintendo Online announced SNES games, which I predicted literally 5 minutes before it happened. And I'm super hyped because those are games you could actually play for more than 20 minutes. Yeah. I'm super hyped. We're going to be playing probably all of those on the hashtag arcades. There are some sports games, but they're SNES sports games, so they might be good. I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope. Wait, no, hold on. I just read a headline that made me potentially really, really sad. No. Take me back. No.
What?
No.
They canceled Death Stranding.
Spit it out. What?
No, I'm trying to verify this. Okay, remember at Bethesda press conference at E3, that weird like Ghostwire game that nobody knew anything about, but it had that really adorable Japanese... She's left the studio.
What is Ghostwire? Why do I not know?
Wait, what are they gonna do with the rest of it? Because that game looked really cool. I remember that.
Why is
she was great. This is the game.
I mean,
so
she's apparently she apparently also worked on Bayonetta with Platinum and Okami with Capcom. Apparently she moves around, but hopefully she sticks around with something, and because she was like just a personality, and we want to see more of her in the industry because she just charmed everybody.
She was great. So what was her role in that game? Is she like finished? Is it like going to derail the whole game, or?
I doubt it's going to derail the whole game. Also, we didn't see anything about the game, so it's not like we have too much expectation.
I need to go watch that trailer.
She was the lead art designer for Evil Within and Evil Within 2, and she might have been the lead art designer for Ghostwire. I think she was she might have been creative director. I don't know. I do not know.
Okay, so that could, if she was creative director, that could have some implications maybe, but we'll see. I'm sure, hopefully it's still good. We'll see, because I forgot about that game until you brought it up, which sucks, because I remember the trailer came out and I'm like, yep, this is really cool.
I just remember her because she was just like such a sweetheart, and just like...
Yeah, she was great.
Alright, Banjo is in Smash today. It happened. He's super fun. The map is maybe the weirdest thing we've ever seen, and it's so cool. More DLC characters. We have Terry. I never thought I'd say a character named Terry is in Smash, but it is. It's
what if it was Terry Crews?
If it was,
that would be awesome.
Would be way.
I would love to play Terry
Which version of them would it be? Crackdown Terry Crews?
No, it's just real
each
Terry
is
Crews.
a different skin.
I like that. I like that.
Each one's a different skin.
But yes, Terry's is coming to Smash from Fatal Fury. Was that it? King of Fighters, Fatal Fury.
Fatal Frame. Yeah.
Fatal Frame. There is a Fatal Frame reference in the game though, or a sister trophy in the game. It's like the girl from Fatal Frame, and she takes pictures of you and like it stuns you. It's a really cool sister trophy. No, it could have been a fun character. But they have announced there's more characters coming than just the 5. Do you know what that means?
Halo guy!
It means Halo guy. It means Steve from Minecraft. It means Crash Bandicoot. It means
Fortnite
Spyro.
character.
It means Fortnite guy.
It could mean an indie character could actually make it in. And on that note, who in their right mind ever thought Undertale content could have come to Smash? But it did! Ow! I'm so happy.
Undertale.
I'm so happy. Sans from Undertale has a full-on Mii outfit in Smash. Now, it's not just a Mii outfit, but it's literally just a Sans reskin for the Mii Gunner. And it is one-to-one beautiful looking. It looks like Sans. And most importantly, Megalovania is an actual song in Smash. It's a remix. Toby Fox himself worked on it.
Toby Fox worked on some music for one of the RPGs they showed on too. So Toby Fox, he's been working with Nintendo, getting around.
He gets around. Toby Fox is... I have just so much respect for him. He is such a good developer.
Exciting.
Coming from someone that also works with Game Maker, seeing what he did in all his work is just an inspiration to game developers everywhere. Toby Fox, this one for you. On that note...
Did you blow him a kiss through the internet?
I did.
I can't see you on the thing.
It was more of like just that like Italian like thing that Italians do. Yeah, like what Steven just did. Oh,
I'm like,
no, Luke, we're not bringing racism into this. We already had 2 other controversies.
Yes, he hates.
Let's insult the Italians. Come on.
Wait a minute. Why do you keep pushing this on me when you're the one who says it?
But you're the one who did it!
Smash
Why do you hate the Italians?
Hey, forget
about it! So
I think you can make fun of Italians, it's fine. I think I'm actually... I have some Italian, I think, so... should be okay. But I could also be making that up.
Should be okay.
Might be okay.
Am I forgetting anything else that happened in... the Direct, because it was kind of amazing. Home run contest, bag and smash, where it belongs. It was pretty fun. I did it like 3 or 4 times and probably never going to touch it again. But it's in there and we're happy about it.
I feel like there was some other game, right?
I feel like, there's the Mana games
that
kind of neat.
Xenoblade Remaster.
Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Remaster coming to Switch. It actually looks kind of neat. I might actually try it because I've heard the first one is an actual like incredible game. It has like an incredible storyline.
I've heard it's good.
I will probably try it. Forget this. This is the headline I wanted to see. Yes, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy being re-released with online multiplayer.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
We should all play that because that game's amazing. But Jedi Knight 2 is being released on the Switch. But this is the first one.
Jedi. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is this just in general in is being released?
Yeah.
Oh!
I played the demo of this game so long ago. It's like, I would say it's part of my childhood, but I never owned it. So.
What happened? My internet lagged. I'm sorry.
Are you here? You good? You good?
Yeah, okay, PC. Yeah, cool.
Alright.
It was on PC originally, though, I guess, so that'd be weird, right?
Yeah, but it's being released with online multiplayer. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm looking forward to it.
And last, and most certainly least, or not least, Return of the Obra Dinn arrives on consoles soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Switch.
That's cool.
Cool.
I'm glad that game's getting out on more stuff, because it's such a... Yeah. I love that game.
Yeah. And Overwatch for Switch. We can't forget about that.
Sure.
Yes,
so,
finally.
And that could also, Overwatch Blizzard character could come to Smash. You never know. We don't know.
Let's bring in...
that would be weird.
They didn't set a limit on how many characters this time. So it's like, with the 5, we always felt like, oh man, once that last character is in, then it's over. But now, they said more are coming, and they haven't set a limit. So we're literally... That basically means whatever character they push out, we don't have that feeling of just like, oh, they're wasting a slot.
What if they come back and they're like, we're happy to announce we're announcing one more character.
And they could do that. They could do that. And here's a reason they could do that. There's only
and it's Waluigi.
Oh, oh my goodness! There is a reason they could do one more character though.
They add the Waluigi Hallelujah remix. Hallelujah. That's the music track.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yes.
So, yeah, this has been a good week for video games in terms of news and stuff. All sorts of fun, awesome stuff, except for the creator of Ghostwire, or not creator, but one of the major people there, Ikumi Negative. Hold on, let me say her real name. Let me not butcher her name. You know, hopefully she is doing something fun. I can't find her name. So.
Oh, okay. I thought my internet went out again.
Luke, you and your internet need to have some real time to like bond and stuff. So
Yeah.
There's that stupid Fire Emblem game, Ikumi Nakamura. I'm gonna go with that. Hopefully she does something.
That's actually
fun.
pretty close. Sounds pretty close, honestly.
Yeah. But with that note, I think we're done. I think we had a great old podcast. Thank you so much for watching.
Right,
Go us. Oh,
our content coming up.
Go us.
We're so good.
Our content coming up on the channel this week. More arcades, more Rondo of Blood. Probably some other stuff. Live streams. I know Jonathan's been streaming. We're probably going to stream something soon because that's super fun. Keep your eye out. Reactions.
Right, guys.
Reactions are now apparently a part of our channel. Smash.
We're a reaction channel now.
We're a reaction channel. We're having a great time here. And I just want to thank everybody from the deepest depths of my soul for watching. As I click the end stream button now. Subscribe.
So long, gamers.
Bye-bye! Steven, stop sticking your tongue out, you stupid face. I'm just gonna...